we're live. Welcome to DXB First. I'm Tommy Brownson. I'm sitting in for Kaiser. Happy to be here, and I'm happy to have Yafei as my first guest.
What up? What up?
Yeah. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, man. It's amazing. I mean, I love what you guys are doing. I love the setup here. It's fresh. It's beautiful. You guys even have mics for people who are going to talk behind my back.
Yeah. It's eclectic. The taste here, you know.
Nice. I'm just trying to get what it means, but I think it's going to take some time.
Yeah, reason
just to grow on me. You know?
Yeah. Reason's got nothing to do with it, you know.
Yep.
So, you are a local Emirati, but yes, no,
correct.
But you haven't lived here your whole life, right? I mean, you've spent some time. I remember when I first met you. I've known you for some months now. I remember hearing something in your accent that sounded pretty familiar, and it's because you lived in California for some time.
Well, I've been to like different places. So yeah, I mean, doing what I do. I've been to like different countries. Spent some time in the UK, States. Flew to Europe a bunch of times, and I've been dealing with a lot of artists and companies from like different parts of the world. That's why I try to. You will probably hear it in my accent. Like there's a little bit of like everywhere. You know?
Yeah, pieces of different places. I've noticed that, especially in a lot of people that have grown up here, even if they haven't left much, just because the media comes from different places. You know, there's international schools. It's very interesting.
True, but there's one thing that I still, you know, being an Arab, I'm so proud of it, which is I use my hands all the time. It's like we're over here, we're sitting here, my phone is there, and like we use our hands. It's like a thing that Arab people have and Italians probably.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So you ever spend the time in Italy?
Nope, but I would love to. I hear a lot about the food.
Yeah.
The food, man. That's the thing. I mean, whenever I go to like an Italian restaurant, I go like, there's gonna be some good food.
Yeah, and you already know how to order, so I mean.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, with us, I think we like to point at pictures more than like remembering names. It's like I want to have two of this, one of this, and three of that. There you go.
Yeah.
It's like we don't really like remember the names.
Yeah, that's how I ordered stuff in Korea, so I get that. Yeah.
Well, Korea and the Arab world, same.
Same. Yep. Okay, so like you said, what you do, you had to travel around Earth. So what is it exactly that you're doing in all these places? I know you have kind of done multiple things over the years. You know, I know there's some history in different areas, but in the broader entertainment industry. So yeah, what's the main focus?
So the main thing that I used to do, I started as a music producer, and basically I was focusing on hip hop and R&B, and then it was many years ago. You know, I didn't need to check to remember when exactly. So I started with hip hop and R&B, but then I kind of. Gonna say something that some people are gonna hate me now for it. I kind of grew out of it, you know. Especially if you look at how the hip hop and R&B industry are going. It's going like they're going in a direction that I felt that I'm not. I can't associate myself 100% with it anymore.
Yeah.
So the kind of music that I do nowadays is more of a pop fusion mixing cultures. So basically, you would hear in some of the tracks like it would be like a pop track, like an American track with a lot of African influence to it. And when I say African, I don't mean dancehall. I mean proper, like a tribe performing kind of thing. Mixed a lot of like music from Europe with India, for example. Did some work with Iranian artists. So basically, mixing cultures. There's always something like fresh when you hear two different cultures together. And the thing is, one thing I always insist on is that if I'm gonna work with two artists, let's say one from Iran and the other one from Ukraine, okay, so I'm gonna get these two to collaborate on this song that I'm producing. I really invest in each of them learning about the other person's culture. I don't want this to be the Ukrainian remix of the Iranian song. No, I want both to collaborate, and I love it. I mean, I did stop for a while, but since about 2014, but I'm making a comeback. Yep.
Yeah, right on. No, that sounds very interesting. I mean, and the idea of different cultural mixings, like good music coming out of that. I mean, there's a lot of precedents for that. I mean, especially I mean, I think that deserves most of the credit for why America has always been such a like place where new genres came from, is that you get the like, you know, Irish, Celtic stuff mixes in with like African, you know, which unfortunate circumstances, and like, but the music that came out of it, like the rhythms from one country, the melodies from another country, I mean, I think that's where a lot of that comes from. So it's cool to hear, you know, more mixes, because there's, you know, obviously more mixes that can happen than that. So so then you must get to really like travel and see that music in kind of the environment it kind of, you know, naturally exists then.
Right. See, that's the thing. Whenever I travel, even if I travel as a tourist, first thing that I tell them when I arrive, I go like, I need to hear your music, your real music, and like the traditional music of this country. So, funny story. I went to Armenia for like a few days, and I had no idea where to go over there. Like the second I touched down and everything, I approached the people who were like working in the hotel, and I'm like, can you tell me where exactly I can find out about like traditional music? Where can I listen to traditional music? And they showed me a couple places, and they were like, you can also ask, you know, the taxi driver, like he would probably be able to help you. So I took a cab, and the guy, I mean, his English wasn't exactly perfect, and I'm like, can you show me where I can find like music, local music? And he was like, good music. And I'm like, yeah, Armenian music, you know, Armenia music, you know, on it. And he was like, yeah, cool, come. And then he took me to this place. Turns out to be a nightclub. So, and I'm like, and he was like, good music, people, fun, good, enjoy. And I'm like, yeah, well, it was a good night though.
Yeah, sounds like it. I definitely get that. I mean, especially, you know, I've traveled some, and being from the States, a lot of times people just want to kind of, you know, give you what they think you want, which is the music that you're already familiar with. You know, I remember I had a experience, you know, kind of like that. We were in Nepal. I was with a friend, and we'd get in a taxi, and he just like, oh, you're from America, you know. Allow me to play you Justin Bieber and all this stuff, and you know, like all I wanted to hear was Nepali music, just at least what he's into.
See, that's the thing. They do it out of them being nice.
Yeah, I know.
And you're like, yeah, but it's like, you're from America. I will invite you to like some of those fast food brands and everything. It's like, no, I want to try your food.
The Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Exactly. Let's go to McDonald's. It's like, no. Here's the thing. Can I try your coffee? I want to know the local. Oh, we have Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like, no. So it's, but they're being nice, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So same thing here. I mean, whenever I travel to a country, it's like, and they're gonna offer me something or play music. They're gonna try to offer me something Arabic. I'm like, I just left Arabia, man. So,
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, people go like, they try to offer you your stuff. I mean, like, I want to try.
Yeah. So, is there kind of like a home base for this stuff? Do you bring people here and have them make stuff, or do you use studios in different countries?
What I've been doing is that I would work with different studios in Dubai, and mainly in Dubai, but I did a bunch, like a couple in the UK and all that. But what I would really love to do is to start my own studio here, and I'm kind of planning it right now, trying to work all the figures and the numbers, you know, things that creative people like us don't really go into, you know. So, because what people don't understand is like we're creative. So when you go like, so the balance sheet, we just don't want to look into that. Get someone else to do it.
It's like bug spray.
So but the thing is, when you try to build everything yourself, you need to look at that. You need to wear all the different hats.
Yeah, do all the research, you know. I mean, making a studio proper, especially, I mean, that's a lot of information.
Like right now, I'm at the stage of like the soundproofing and the acoustic treatment and the entire place. And
I mean, that's a lifetime's work for some people. Yeah. Just that, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, so
sometimes I go when I listen to singers and performers, and they go like they talk about how they do stuff. Sometimes I go like, yeah, well, I'm the music producer, So you don't know a lot of the stuff that I know. Now that I stepped into that, I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about that. So like this whole, the foam, the kind of foam that you need to use, and how to handle the door and this whole situation. Yeah. So I'm at that stage right now.
Like non-parallel planes of glass and all this stuff. Yeah.
And I'm like just trying to look at everything and like Wikipedia everything, and so it's gonna take some time.
It must be kind of I mean, exhausting, but also energizing to like get into something new like that and have all that learning again, you know.
See, yes, but I have a firm belief that, I mean, if you look at it from two sides, I mean, there's like two sides of my brain. The first one's telling you that you will always learn till the day that you die. Mm-hmm. You're always learning.
Yeah.
The other side is like, I can't do this anymore. I'm like, no, here's the thing.
I'm gonna have to throw something out.
Yeah, I'm done. I finished high school. I finished college. I paid my dues. I just want to work now. You know, so I can't like sit down and like read and like go through stuff. You know, kids do read. Reading is good. Okay, so but I'm just saying.
Stay in school.
Stay in school.
That's the message of today.
Like this page. So I had to. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean.
Thank you. It's nice that I don't have to do it. You know?
No, but here's the thing. It's very important for people to think about starting their own businesses. You cannot depend on just a salary somewhere, you know, working for someone else. Yeah. Because if you never chase your dream, you will spend your life building someone else's dream.
Yeah.
So you really need to do that. So this is one thing that I really want to try to do. So.
Yeah, right on. Well, I look forward to it, man. I mean, you know, I'd love to check out the studio when it's
Definitely.
Actually, don't even wait till it's done. I'd love to check out the
Someone is fishing for free sessions, right?
Oh, no, not me.
No, definitely.
I'm not a musician. I'm an interviewer.
Oh man, I would love to have you in the studio as my first customer. Yep.
Best price or worst price?
See, that's the thing. You have to, like, you're a creative person, but at the same time, you have to think as a business.
Yeah, wearing that business hat. It's especially when you're dealing with other creative people. I know it can be a hard thing to balance.
That's the thing. I mean,
especially if they aren't doing both.
Because right now, I mean, yes, I'm trying to start my own business, but at the same time, I do have a daytime job as an events manager of the events and activation department in a destination in Dubai. So I deal with a lot of artists and performers, and the thing is, when they go like, yeah, but we need this to be said over there, I go like, I know exactly why you need it. Okay, here's the thing, because I'm from both industries. I'm the client and I'm an artist as well, so I can see it. You know, but a lot of people don't get it. Don't get how artists think.
Yeah, because, I mean, it probably helps you do that job.
Yeah, that's the thing. One thing about being an artist, which is my favorite thing and the worst thing at the same time, which is, I think you know exactly where I'm going. Yeah. Everything is amplified. Everything. Like when people love something, you don't just love something, you get to that level of like almost worshiping it. It's like, and when you hate something, you don't just hate it, you hate people who think about it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, sure.
Everything is just amplified, all the feelings, all the emotions, all the ideas. You don't go like, I want to make a good song for my city. You go like, I want to make a good song for everyone, for the entire world to listen to it, and I want this to be played in like decades from now. That's how we think.
Yeah. Well, and because it's so emotional, it's like it's kind of you. You know, like, and so if people, and it's hard not to take things personally, in my opinion, just because, I mean, when you like something, it's like, you know, it's like, I like this music because it's, you know, speaks to me, and it's like my kind of humanity.
Yeah, but you know what? See, that's the difference between us. Because with you, it's like, it's amplified and everything, but you're chill, you're relaxed. Me being an artist and an Arab, that's a totally different level of it being amplified.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be the best performer. I don't perform, but the thing is, I want to be the best music producer in the entire place, so I'm gonna work with it. It's like, chill, dude. You know?
Yeah.
So that's one thing, and the industry is weird, man. The industry is weird.
Yeah. How is the industry here? What's is that a loaded question?
Can I tell you a little secret?
Yeah.
Can I tell you, everyone? Can I tell you a little secret?
Special for only DXP first.
Okay. Where's my camera? That's my camera, right?
It's one of these.
we technically don't have an industry.
Start industry.
Evac. Okay, so here's the thing. It's different here. Like when you record. Yeah, I'm stuck.
No, I'm just everything is different here.
No, it's like being an artist, a performer, or a DJ or a singer and everything. This whole union situation that happens in the state and everything, it's still very young here. I mean, we do have something in Egypt, like a union for performers and everything. There's something in Kuwait. I'm not sure about the rest of the countries. We do have some here, but mainly for like theatrical performances and stuff. Not exactly for performing arts. If you're a dancer, if you're a DJ, if you're a comedian, because I was involved for comedy content creation for a while. The thing is, comedians don't have like some sort of a union.
Yeah,
And,
so it kind of leaves people exposed then.
I'm not sure what's the situation in the States and Europe, but the thing is, I think that part needs to be developed along with basically royalties and rights and being able to collect that, and it's a little bit vague, a little bit gray right now.
Yeah, I've kind of wondered about this.
But here's the thing, you do have rights, of course. You do have like the copyrights and all that. But when it comes down to royalties, this is where it gets...
Yeah, I've wondered about, like, I mean, I've learned some about, the royalty company agencies, I guess, like BMI, ASCAP and stuff in the States. And I've kind of wondered if there's something like that here, or if they abide by the same kind of rules as...
We do have rules about that, and the thing is...
this is deep for some of the listeners back home.
We do have, like, the government is really working hard on this, and you have the National Media Council doing a lot of work on that, but I'm just kind of hoping for the whole thing to materialize as soon as possible, and but there's a lot of hope, so it's good. It's gonna be good. Don't worry, because I know this guy writes a lot of songs, so he's like I just want to finalize everything.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen, man.
I'm so removed from the business side of it right now that But now I'm sweating because I feel like I should be. I'm not worried about it. We're not getting royalties yet, so you got to release the song first, right?
Exactly.
Hey, here's something I really wanted to talk to you about. So one of the term a producer, it gets thrown around for all sorts of, people that do different tasks. I mean, it's like, it's just kind of used as this blanket term for, I am not the person playing the instrument, but this music is somehow mine, and so like there's people, it's like behind the recording gear. Oh, that was very eloquent.
Let me give you a hint. DJ. Okay.
Okay. Yes, I
didn't say anything. Okay. I'm sorry, carry on.
There's a lot of DJs.
I know.
No, but so I'm just curious. There's recording engineers get called producers. There's people that just make decisions about the format of song, get called producer. There's people that do stuff like electronic music, and they like build the whole thing. They program everything. They're called producers. So what's your
my take on this? I mean, especially in Dubai, the first thing that you hear, it's like, oh, you're a producer. What do you play?
That's like, interesting.
Okay, there's a difference between a producer and a DJ. Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is, and this is for people who are not in the industry. Okay, think about your favorite song. Okay, now let me give you a second there. Now, who produced that song? Producers don't get enough recognition. Okay, and financially, don't get me started. There's a lot of issues there. But at the same time, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the major producers, the big companies here. But I'm talking about just a normal, regular producer who ended up like producing a song for an artist, a singer who is, whether he's like an A-lister or B-lister. It's the same thing. Producers don't get recognition. That's why, like, one of the producers that I work with and I really look up to him is Timbaland. And the thing is, I think this is one of the reasons why he released 2 albums, Shock Value and Shock Value 2, where they were basically under his name as the performer, okay, and in each song you will have someone else performing the song,
Like featuring.
and it's featuring Timbaland.
Yeah. Okay.
So not
Oh,
exactly.
it's the other way around.
Okay, they would sing, okay,
Yeah.
the entire song. He will only do a couple of parts, and he will produce the beat,
Yeah.
okay. But it's a Timbaland song,
Yeah.
okay. So it's and like one of the songs that we worked on, Carry Out, and with Carry Out, you do hear a lot of Justin Timberlake. You hear a little bit of Timbaland, but the thing is, he tried to look at it. I mean, you're gonna have to ask him. That's what I'm assuming. You know, producers don't get that recognition. They don't get that support. So you need to, if you're gonna work from like a B2C thing, from a business to a customer kind of thing, you're gonna have to look at it from a different angle.
Yeah.
But as you with your favorite song, you know who sings it,
Yeah.
of course. But the thing is, who produced it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless they go like DJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So I guess you can
same.
justifies it in some way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that makes sense in a lot of. I feel like the first analogy that popped in my head when you said about the producer, you know who sings it and not who produces it, and the first thing you said about producer, what do you play? I mean, that to me, the first thing I thought of is like, it's like, oh, the executive producer for like a film. It's like, oh, who were you in the movie?
Exactly.
You know,
It's like, oh, you produced that movie? I didn't see you in the movie.
yeah, I didn't see you anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What did you do for the movie?
But
I did
yeah.
the movie.
The movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's interesting, and I feel like that analogy carries over somewhat. You know, there's so many people that are behind a movie, but what people know is
Yeah.
the main actors usually. I mean, people get into directors, they like, Tarantino movies or something, but that's more the exception than the rule.
Let me tell you one thing, and that's going to be a huge statement. Yeah, because I'm bold like that. So, 80%, that's a number that I'm just making up, okay, of singers, you got that? Perfect.
Yes,
Yep.
80.
All right.
Yes.
Of singers, mainly like the pop singers and all that, are 100% made by the producer, as in they make them sound good. Like some of them, I'm not gonna mention names, if they perform live.
Yeah, especially nowadays with modern production tools.
Oh yeah, with your auto tune and stuff. And
Yeah.
It's like, I sound bad. Do you really just step into the studio? Step into the studio. Just little things and.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, there's one thing that I don't work a lot. I did not work a lot with the Arabic singers, like singing in Arabic. But there's one thing that I noticed about them when they record. They treat reverb like it's ketchup. They go like, can you just add some reverb? Just, more, just a little bit more. It makes it sound, more. Like
Until you can't hear the pitch I'm singing.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It sounds like you sound like the choir.
Yeah. In a cave.
In a cave, exactly. I want to see that movie.
A choir
in a cave.
Yeah.
This summer. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'd be down to see that. Actually, speaking of movies, so I think you mentioned earlier when we were chatting beforehand. Of course, you've done some acting or been in that kind of.
I've done a bunch of commercials and some comedy work.
Done as an actor or a producer?
That's my point. So, as a producer and as an actor, well, it depends on each project. It was different. So basically, sometimes they would go like, oh, so that's a nice idea. Like a client would approach and they would go like, that's a nice idea and it's perfect, but could you act in it? Like, I don't know, jumping out of the no, But sometimes they go like, okay, so this guy's funny.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've tried doing that. I've tried working on different commercials. I teamed up with some of the best teams, production teams in Dubai, and they're really nice. I don't want to give out some shout outs and should I take advantage? No. Okay. So
you're welcome to. The floor is yours, man.
well, okay.
That's what this is all about. I mean, it's about.
Yeah, but the thing is, you were asking me about acting. I mean, if if we're talking about a future in that, like if I would do if I would do movies or like TV shows and stuff, I don't know, because I'm a bad liar, so I don't know.
Yeah. So that's less what you're into. I mean, what would I mean as a comedian?
Because if I say that I'm a good actor, that means I'm a really good liar, right? Just saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But so is that then if you were if you chose to get back more into that stuff, would you be more as a writer then? Because I know a lot of comedians are. I mean, you have to be a writer. You write your own material unless you're like Dane Cook or someone.
I mean, I would be more of a producer. I mean, I don't have enough of an experience in comedy to actually write. I mean, writing comedy is, a lot of people think it's easy. It's like, it's just a joke. It's like I'm gonna go on stage and do knock jokes. No, that's
I make my friends laugh all the time.
That's not how it works. I mean, I have friends who are stand-up comedians, and I can see that they really struggle with writing material.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to do that, and I'm like, the second I learned everything about the premise, about the punchline, about how you need to, like, the build-up and all that, and I'm going through all that, I'm like, the more I look, the more I read into it, the more it's like, you really think you can do that?
Yeah.
I tried to do a couple of sets here and there, and people like it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna continue doing this. So right now, I thought about doing like YouTube shows, like
really
like funny YouTube shows, like our RWJ kind of thing.
Like kind of sketch thing, or like
more of like the Lewis Black comedy kind of thing, where it's like you just look at the camera and talk about people and talk about situations and talk about other things and go like, can you believe they actually did that? Like that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And do different reactions and just
like,
talk about what you see in the world.
Yeah, like just like monologue kind of, but
to an extent.
Yeah.
So I really thought about doing that, and I didn't get time. This is my way of saying I got lazy. Okay.
Hey, fair enough. It sounds like you got enough stuff on your plate, really.
Yeah, I got way too many hats. Seriously, it's like there's mainly the music production, and then trying to play with the comedy a little bit here and there, and then you have the daytime job.
Yeah.
Because like normal music producers don't get paid enough. Yeah, in these parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's the other takeaway from today. Is producers.
Okay.
Feed your producers.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah.
Movies.
Movies. Well, speaking of movies, we were talking about the Aladdin movie earlier.
Oh yeah.
And I will admit I have not seen it yet, but I fully intend to.
What?
I mean, it seems like a fun time. I like the original one.
Wait. It's June 30th, and you haven't seen Aladdin yet.
What? It came out 28th. That's not true.
Okay, but here's the thing: you haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, you gotta watch it.
I'm this kind of guy though.
Let me tell you this. Of course, I'm not gonna ruin anything for everyone. Okay, here's the thing,
Me especially, please.
Yeah, spoiler alert, there's a genie. Okay, so.
Why even see it now?
Yeah, so but here's the thing, it's a different Aladdin. Same story, a little bit different.
Yeah, in a good way, bad way? Is it, I mean...
Honestly?
Different way?
In a different way. That's
Fair
the thing.
enough.
Because the second I went to see it with a friend, and the second we stepped out of the theater and everything, my friend was like, did you like the movie or did you hate it? And my answer was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
It's just a different movie. It's gonna take me some time to, it's like because like Will Smith, for example, everyone were like, Robin Williams smashed the genie. You can't really do. Okay, so but the thing is, what he did, you're not gonna see Robin Williams genie. You're gonna see Will Smith, the Will Smith kind of genie.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
beatboxing.
Him doing like a impression of Robin Williams would be.
Oh, it would be terrible.
In bad taste, I mean, and for what, Like, why make the same movie twice?
No, yeah, that's the thing. And the thing is, the movie was amazing. But my favorite thing about being a music producer, my favorite thing was the music.
Really?
If you compare, I mean, the same person, Alan Menken, who did the original Aladdin, he did the soundtrack for The Little Mermaid. Under the sea.
Yeah.
That was him. How was that, by the way?
Perfect. Are you from Jamaica? Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Inside hashtag inside joke. So yeah. You didn't get that.
No, it's beyond me.
The Yaman. Okay, so
yes. Sorry.
yeah. Okay, so same guy, Alan Menken. He also did the 2019 Aladdin soundtrack. So when like myself as a music producer, when I hear the same song, like let's pick for example One Jump Ahead, which is when Aladdin he's running through the market, the souk, and chasing him and everything.
Yeah.
So if you hear both songs, you go like, oh, Alan Menken, he did more studying, or maybe his ghost producers, you know what I'm saying? Anyways,
they did, yeah.
Conspiracy. Okay, so basically what happens is that he invested more in it. Okay, I'm sure he met with like Turkish producers and like Arab producers and tried to learn more about the instruments, because the 92 movie, it's 92,
okay.
right? Okay, let's say 92.
Yeah,
the soundtrack was more of a jazzy, you know, this whole jazzy feel to it. But the thing is, this one, no, I mean, as a music producer, and on top of that, as an Arab, I was listening to it and I'm like, this sounds like someone Arab actually produced that, co-produced that or something.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, someone who's like Arab, but also there, like knows the Hollywood culture, and how to actually score for Hollywood.
It's like authentic, but it's.
It was amazing.
Oh, that's
amazing.
Cool.
I heard the soundtrack before watching the movie, gave me goosebumps, and I'm like, okay, I'm worried now. I don't want to watch the movie. I'm afraid that, because like my expectations are like on the second floor right now.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to watch the movie. And then I got the ticket. So I'm like, I had to.
Now I really want to go.
So you have
to say. I mean, I love. Disney is always just so good about the music, but I mean, you know, I think over the years they've probably gotten better about authenticity in general.
How do you feel about this whole new live action thing?
Oh, you're interviewing me now.
I know, right? It just hit me. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but this whole like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and now Lion King.
You know, to be honest, I just haven't even participated in it. You know, I haven't been to see any of those movies, so I just don't really know. I mean, you know, part of me, you know, as I guess an artist, you know, being from the jazz tradition, I have like multiple kind of opinions about that, you know, because recreating the same thing, it's like there has to be a reason to do it, you know, other than just dialing in, you know, Sharknado 5 so that you like make more money.
That's the thing. Is it the same thing? This is the question that needs to be answered. Because the thing is, if you look at Aladdin, I mean, yes, Disney, it's a company. They gotta make money. They gotta invest in nostalgia. Okay, they have to. But the thing is it the same movie? Each movie will have to answer that. And the thing is, when Beauty and the Beast, when they came out with this trailer, everyone was like, "Oh my God, we can't believe they're gonna do that to this movie." And then people watching, they were like, "Okay, that's fine." Aladdin, same thing. People were like, "Oh my God, Genie, Robin Williams,
my Facebook feed
it's
was
crazy and everything." And then you know what? It was good. It was just a different movie. And now the same thing with Lion King. Everyone is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe, you know, with Simba and everything, Timon and Pumbaa. Oh my God, they're not gonna be animated. They're gonna be, you know." So I'm sure right after that, people.
Sorry, I live under a rock. So they're making a live action. I mean, were they casting a lion or something? Is it just photorealistic kind of? It's just the MGM lion, just.
Under the rock.
Yeah, that's
you've been under a rock, man.
It's true.
It's crazy. I mean, it's actually coming out next week, I think. Yeah, so they have done the entire movie. They've done the trailers.
I'm surprised they're putting it that close together with Aladdin.
Good point.
Movie making machine, I guess.
And Toy Story 4.
There's probably a very good marketing reason for that. But
and you also have Toy Story 4.
Is that already coming? Really?
And like, I love how this turned into like a movie review. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, am I gonna be in the movie? I don't know, but if anyone wants me to be in a movie,
which one? Aladdin.
Well,
that's too late.
Yeah. Well,
Aladdin 2. And a half.
Maybe, but as what?
I don't know. Haven't seen it.
I don't mind being the magic carpet, man. It's fine.
Hey, that's a good role. And we got our
make
own
it happen,
magic
man.
carpet. We have several magic carpets around.
There you go. Seriously, I mean, wait,
Actually-
look at this. Look at this. Wait.
Yeah, I know. I love these.
This has been here for like 2 weeks now. No, I'm kidding. They just... Okay. Look at this.
1 week.
Yeah. I'm loving this.
I love those too. And you guys can't see this, but you should see his mouse pad. He's got a bigger one for his mouse pad. It's like, it really makes you
Whoa.
feel like you're here,
Okay.
you know?
Moving on. All right.
Actually, I was wondering if
Hello, kids. Okay.
if there is a connection here to be made, like as a music producer and someone who has done some visual media, you know, been commercials and stuff. Do you have a strong interest in movie music production? Like, is that something you've ever thought about?
I was asked to score a couple of movies. And at that time I was like, okay, it's cool and everything, but it didn't work out for like, you know, this whole numbers and things that we don't do, you know. But I'm always interested. Here's the thing: any project that involves entertaining people. If you're talking about music production, as a song, scoring a movie, scoring a commercial, okay?
Yeah.
If you look at comedy, anything that has to do with entertaining people. When people ask me, are you a music producer or a comedy content creator or what are you? I go like, I'm an entertainer. That's it. You know, so I'm always interested.
You're always open to
Oh,
new
definitely.
projects. Yeah,
Definitely.
I love that. You know, give yourself the chance to
Just make people happy, man.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, all over the world. And the thing
I
is,
know. I'm from a country too, man. And
yeah. There are other countries, you know that, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that until I got off the plane here, and then they told me.
And bring in the map. No. Like tonight.
The dancing map, like a man dressed as a map. That'd be nice.
It's like point at Ukraine. You what?
And I just never mind.
Like, I don't see a crane in there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm offended. You're hurting my feelings. My people. We have maps too.
We're cool.
Yeah. We're cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, speaking of, you know, I'm gonna let you go. We're actually over time here, so you know, I know you have places to be tonight, and I don't at all.
Thank
I'm
you so
actually
much,
where I need to
man.
be.
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, it's I love what you guys are doing at DXB First. It's amazing. Seriously, everyone who's watching, like this page and like my page.
Yeah, like his page. I mean, it seems like
It's
fun.
Yafei Official on all social media. You know, I just put the official in there to make it look like I'm important.
Yeah.
You know?
I run Yafei unofficial, and I've like 2
There you go.
followers.
There you go.
Thank you
Verify.
so much,
Okay.
so much for coming on here. Honestly,
I appreciate it, man.
It's been a blast, and
I appreciate it.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
So we'll see you next time. DXB First.
Hey, what's up? Kaiser Bulila here. Listen to my podcast, Learn the Truth Behind Business and Marketing. Basically, being an entrepreneur on the following platforms.